All right, I'm ready.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another exciting edition of Star Trek Discovery Commentary with PJ and Starfleet Boy. Today we will be talking about Season 2, Episode 2, New Eden. That's the episode about Terra Elysium.
Terra
That's
Elysium, bro.
the one about the church in the Beta
Heading
Quadrant.
down to Terra Elysium. Yay, brother.
So we're going to cue it up.
It's queued up.
We're going to dive into
Hey,
this
Blue.
right away. 3-second countdown. And then go.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boom. Previously on Star Trek Discovery, Captain Christopher Pike. Permission to come aboard. Dun, dun, dun. 7 red bursts. That's what I was trying to remember, the red bursts. This little dot. Boom.
Tell me when you see the neck crack.
All right.
I accidentally skipped ahead.
Whoa. The shuttle bay needs a little TSC, but all is well, Commander. I saw you died. Neck crack. Whoa. I saw it. Did you get me? Are you synced out?
I'd like to go to Enterprise, sir.
Yeah. A few months ago, something shifted.
Okay, no, we're not in sync.
We're not?
No, I mean, you're saying, I don't know. Oh, Spock.
Oh, Spock.
Black screen. Clouds.
Disco in the clouds.
No, see,
No, wait, sorry. Disco in the clouds now.
What's going on exactly right now?
We're flying in closer to the Discovery. She's flying through the clouds. There's a blue dome.
So Spock's not talking?
Spock is talking, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I
What's
was
he
just
saying?
describing what's happening. I've encoded it with this audio file.
Okay, good, perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Now we're good. I just had to fuck around with the pause button for a second.
By the way, audience, blue, we are at 1 minute 37, 38, 39, 40, 41 on the CBS. Paramount Plus stream. Boom. They're the same. Damn near identical. I like Spock's drawing.
He sucks.
Pike put on the Discovery uniform. I was so upset. I thought he was gonna stay in that the yellow top.
This is where he tells her that your brother's a crazy person. It would be cool if he said funny firm.
Yeah, it would have been cool. I wish you did say your brother's in the funny farm.
Query: what is funny about a farm? That's what Spock would say. See, in retrospect, the whole teasing and mystery of Spock is just totally. It doesn't feel like this build up really meant anything. It's like he's in a psychiatric unit, but didn't Control put him there because for what reason? And what did Control? What? Well, not Control. Was it Control?
Well, it is Control, but they Spock went intentionally, but then while he was there, they decided to keep him there because they noticed the weird temporal stuff that was going on.
Okay.
By the way, that's really funny. The yellow top is too tight. Anson Mount complained that he couldn't enjoy his Thanksgiving dinner because of that top. That's funny. Oh, this is weird.
She hesitates like a U.S. Air pilot would hesitate to talk about the UAPs.
Exactly. Very nice. It's true. It's a very similar situation. I mean, she did see a weird thing approaching her
The yellow
with
top is
wings.
too tight, says Jill. Mount complained that he couldn't enjoy his Thanksgiving dinner because of that top. Jason Isaacs also complained about the uniforms
Oh, really?
because they're designed in a way where you can't sit down properly. Like it's really tight. You have to keep like your back straight, and well, you would
Mm,
anyway. But it's like I think it was Jason Isaacs complained about that when you sit down in it, it's like it's very uncomfortable,
mm.
and you can't afford to put on any weight because then they'd have to make you a different costume.
Well, everyone does look like super fitting. Like it looks like everyone's fits perfectly. Like they're all tailored. So yeah, that makes sense.
They're going a different direction in season 4 now with like apparently baggier uniforms or not as form fitting.
I'm not sure I love the new uniforms, but I guess we'll see when the from the pictures I saw. I was like, eh, but I like them better than this. Oh yeah, this is Pike's first his first jump.
Getting to these signals is the utmost importance. Sure,
At the moment.
sure. Some people asked, like, why is everybody everywhere seeing these things at the same time? Wouldn't it make more sense that only people at a certain distance would see them at any given time? Like, because the way light travels.
It would look instantaneous in most places in the universe because the signals themselves are spread across the galaxy like evenly. Like when you look at it again, you'll see. So it makes sense
No,
from
I
that
mean like
perspective.
if one of the signals is one place and then you're in a certain quadrant, you wouldn't see that signal after it appeared for quite some time because we know like every time you look up in the sky and you're looking at stars, you're literally seeing a star from however many years ago. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, it's very possible that the signals are a form of light that's traveling faster than the speed of light because of the time travel shenanigans. And if
Hmm.
that's the case, you wouldn't have to have those same restrictions on like how long it takes that light to reach you.
No.
Oh, you like that?
No, I don't. No, I still think it's. I don't. I understand where they come from at the end. Like she makes them, and the mother is part of it too. But
Right. But yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know.
Because of the time travel shenanigans, those and it's red too, which suggests I think that it's traveling faster. Because on the Doppler shift, red is faster and blue is slower for some reason. If I'm remembering correctly.
It's a good line.
Be bold, be brave. I loved all this stuff. Get it
Black
done.
alert.
Oh,
Black
red is slower,
alert.
Jill.
What? Oh,
Red
red is
says red
slower.
is slower on the Doppler shift. Thank you.
Okay. I like this that little shot there where it's like
Following
from
it through, yeah.
yeah.
She looks so much prettier this season. I was really and the music's so good right now.
Mm. Still
Na-na.
not. This still doesn't compare to the realistic models.
Right, I
But
agree.
sometimes it looks really good, and then you see like a passing shot like that where you can see that it's.
Not now, Tilly. He must be hella emotional.
He's like, leave me alone. I want to talk to you.
The rings look beautiful on that on Terra Elysium.
Human?
I like this little heartbeat music in the background. Dun, 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 dun. It's just amazing how different the vibe is having Captain Pike at the helm.
Yeah. And I like that visual thing where they you see the planet and they zoom right down to the surface.
Right, that was cool
I
too.
love that. It looks real too, like it's actually
Like a satellite floating, above that area. The angle and
the
everything.
probe or whatever they use.
Yeah.
How did this happen? Guess what, folks? You won't get a good explanation for how, but at least the episode is good.
That one is Mama Burnham, right?
Explain that one, Starfleet Boy.
That one was Mama. I probably can.
Okay.
That one was Mama Burnham, right?
So Mama Burnham
Brought
took
those people.
a church,
A church.
a
A church.
church.
Took a church from the northwest territories.
The biggest logic flaw I think in the entire season is that red suit, because it is a do-it-all kind of suit. Not only can you appear in any place at any time, pretty much, you can actually move entire buildings across the vastness of space and time. Think about the valuable applications of such a piece of technology that was invented in the 23rd century.
Yeah. It's like a little mini starship if you think about it. Like it must have like a way to extend its field.
No, it is like much more than that.
No, I know. It's insane.
It can do things that the best technology in the 24th century can't even do. So I don't think they thought about that. I don't think they really thought like, is this suit just magic? It really is. It's just a magic thing. In fact, Burnham dies in one episode, and she's fucking brought back to life by the suit.
I love the suit actually.
Do you believe in magic?
I think the
believe in
suit.
magic.
I think the suit.
When
being one of a
Burnham's in the
kind
suit, if anybody else is in the suit, I don't like it.
I think the suit being one of a kind is cool though because, and I think it's still out there.
You can't even agree that it's absurd.
No, I actually like the suit.
Oh, you can like it. I'm just saying in terms of
the tech too. No. I've
the
had
tech
time.
is crazy.
I've had time to think about it. I really love it. I mean, it's really great.
I love the actress who plays Burnham's mom, though.
Yeah, she's great.
I first got to know her in a show called The Wire, and her wife in the show is actually also in Star Trek Discovery as one of the admirals in the first season.
Oh, cool.
The Wire is probably one of the best shows, if not the best.
Is that a Steve Soderbergh show?
No.
What am I thinking of? Clark Sterling.
The Wire has Michael B. Jordan, Idris Elba, Dominic Keating, Lance Hendrickson.
This was a good scene where she challenges him. She's like, that's a really bold interpretation, Captain Pike.
There was talk about Pike being a man of faith or something like that before or during the show. And this was the first indication that he might be, a religious man. Mm-hmm. But they don't ever go into it after this, I don't think. They don't explore that part of him if that was indeed a part of his character. Jill, Sohail has not seen The Wire.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How many seasons is there?
5.
Geez, I don't know if I'll ever catch up.
Well, actually, it's a show that nobody appreciated when it was on. And HBO kept making it despite that the fact that nobody was watching it. It wasn't getting any recognition from the Emmys, which is another reason that you can argue against award shows and say that they're pretty much bullshit to a certain extent. Because The Wire is hailed as one of the greatest shows ever made. And it never got any love when it was on. And then all of a sudden, after it was said and done, it actually has an ending. Everybody's like, oh, this show is great. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Tilly looks cute here, and I don't, I don't, I love the physics of like how this shit
Yeah,
works.
the little rock
Yeah,
weighs down the thing. Isn't this
even though it's a little over
incredibly
exaggerated,
stupid? What she's
it's
doing
only,
here.
yeah, it is. It seems really stupid.
Jonathan Frakes directed this, and again, you can see like no absurd kinetic camera movements all the time. Like it's a more traditional way of filming. The
In
way he does
general,
it.
I think they toned it down in Discovery season 2.
Oh no, no, my friend, you
No?
forget. You
Oh, I
forget.
do.
You
I must
forget
forget.
not only the next episode, but many others after that.
Ooh, boom! That felt real. Like they threw her.
Yeah, that looked. That was a good stunt.
Yeah, it was a really good stunt. That's not a great effect shot there.
I like this shot where it's like Discovery upside down, twirls over, goes through the clouds. That's all fucking. It's really good stuff.
I meant sorry of the Discovery specifically. Yeah, you're right. The whole shot was great.
This whole shot here, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see them like beam in, and the beam effect is just too bright. They just. It's a nitpick, but you know, it's too bright. Some really good cinematography in this episode.
I really vibe with.
Great lighting in this church, by
Yeah.
the way. And this is the stuff that people don't realize. That you think, oh, they just put a camera in the church, and
No, look all the.
for all
stained
you know,
glass
this
and
could
everything,
not
yeah.
be the actual church. It could be a set, and usually when they have like a drama, any kind of show, where the exterior, like for example, Shameless, I'll just say the house in Shameless is a house in Chicago. So when the actors are outside the house, they're literally just in Chicago filming outside the house. When they walk into the house, they are on a soundstage in Los Angeles. And they do this all the time with shows where it's like they cut from an actual outside shot going into
Yeah,
a
this
building,
is.
and then it's like even the sunlight that's
Yeah.
coming in through it's all like just
This is definitely that, by the way.
yeah,
There's
it's all
this.
lights.
This is definitely inside in a set. Not the same building or not a church.
One film
It could be a church
one
regress,
film
but
I
I
worked
doubt
on
it.
called Tiger Tom. They had to do a scene inside like a house, but it was not supposed to be nighttime. So they literally had to put all these lights outside the window, like bright as fuck lights, and shine them in every way possible through the glass into the house just to give the illusion that it was daylight out.
I like the lipstick on Burnham, how it's matte, not shiny. And I also love in this episode, in this church set, all the stained glass windows like tell the story of how the church got saved and all that stuff, and the suits in there.
They could have solved the issue of how the church got moved, which you don't. It's not all that concerning now because you figure like you're never gonna know. Well, like maybe later in the season they could have did a flashback of Burnham's mom and how she did that, and you could have, I don't know.
Oh, I like this little group here. They're a little culty, but
Yeah, it's like we obey the will of Landru.
the Red Angel.
In this scene, if I remember correctly, Pike's got a very like a curious listening face the whole time. You're gonna see a couple of shots of him just like, yes, fascinating. Like he loves this stuff. Like this is like that's that shot.
This is I mean, sorry, OO's. This is an OO episode, Jill said, and that's true. It was like very OO focused, and I like that. And they talked about her. She's a Luddite, yeah, or she was raised by Luddites. She's not one. She uses technology, but she was raised by.
Oh,
them.
Luddites, yeah.
Yeah, or Luddites. Thank you.
I don't know how it's pronounced.
I think it is Luddites. You're right.
She's a Canadian actress who's been around for the long. Only Canadians would recognize her. She
Yeah, I
was in
didn't
Die
recognize
Hard too.
Oh, cool.
Well, this was filmed in Ontario, so guaranteed all of these people are from.
Or Canadian.
Yeah. You can tell that. You can tell. I forget his name. What's his name again?
Mm-hmm. This is like a
I
very
forget it. Do you
TNG.
remember his name?
I don't remember the character,
The guy. The guy.
the actor.
Him, right
No,
there.
I don't remember the actor or the character. The character was a
Okay.
cool name, but I don't remember at the moment. They'll say it.
You can tell when he speaks that he's not American.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
You don't. Americans
I
don't have.
I would have thought he was
Don't
like
have
from
that
California.
pronunciation.
I would have thought he was from California. Jacob, thank you. Jacob's Ladder. That's right.
Jacob. Do you think that has some religious meaning?
Well, yeah, it seems
Jacob is a biblical name, isn't it?
biblical name. Yeah, it seems he was named to honor that. Peace be with you, and also
I like when they pronounce it Jacob.
Jacob, Derek Jacobi. Did you wake
yes,
up?
this was something that in the episode itself, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of weird and cool. Who's this person?" And then looking back, it's like, "Oh, this. Oh, what's her name again? Mimi, Mira,
May.
May. Yeah,
She plays a character that I was enjoying hating on the latest season of Expanse.
she's good in the Expanse for the brief period that she's in it. She's a
Yeah.
traitor. She's also in The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, she is. Oh, cool.
She doesn't last long on that show
Is she
either.
Canadian?
I think so. I don't. Maybe she's not from Canada. Hold on now. From
I love Tilly too, Blue.
Baya Watson is a Canadian actress, born 1992. When she's all formal like that, you don't actually see. Well, I mean, she is a beautiful person, but like when you see her, like I'll die. There's a picture of her right off the bat on the internet where it's like she's got headphones on and like a collar around her neck, and she's like a supermodel.
Hey Braxton. Evening greetings to you.
You
I'm
can
doing
also
good.
see her pictures of her in *Handmaid's Tale*.
What is Bahia?
Bahia Watson,
Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Her name.
I guess, or Bahia. Bahia. Bahia.
The floaty camera works here. I like it. Oh man,
An extinction level event.
an ELE, which we all learned about from Deep Impact. Remember, they were like, "What's Ellie?"
In a world where there are two movies that are exactly the same, Deep Impact and Armageddon.
And Armageddon. That's right.
Remember Dante's Peak and Volcano
Yes.
came out around the same time as well?
Dante's Peak.
White House Down, Olympus Has Fallen.
Yep.
A lot of movies like that.
Ants and A Bug's Life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whoa.
Perhaps this is why.
By the way, Braxton, our timestamp is 23 minutes at 23, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Well,
Deep Impact.
by
was
the time
better.
he gets he's back at the beginning now, so he's probably already synced up. Braxton always comes in and he starts. I think he starts like he goes back, and while we're like in real time, we're almost done. He's just getting started.
Well, we could test it and see. Braxton, if you hear us right now, say hello, and then we'll know how much delay there is.
Yeah.
Are you a red shift on the Doppler or a blue shift?
I've never seen Deep Impact.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. You got to watch it.
I've never seen Top Gun either.
What? Are you going to watch the new one? Even if you don't see the first one?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to
it looks
see
awesome.
Tom Cruise do that all that flying jets by himself stuff. It's insane. This is like a Prime Directive issue as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they say that. Braxton watches with commercials, so he always falls behind.
But he's here live, real time.
You can't hear the Canadian in his voice.
No. I hear a slight lisp though.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I don't know. There are some accents that are lispy.
Oh, it's been in our family for generations. It's for navigation. I like how Jacob figures it all out.
Yeah.
And he's probably one of these dreamers, always looking up to the sky and wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Yeah,
no,
this-
I'm not. I like the look on Wishikan's face just then. She's like, oh god, oh god.
Oh, dude. Who's the director that's famous for bringing that into existence? That whole like flashing,
Flashing?
that flashing, like that where you see something like a vision and it's like these quick flashes. I remember someone used to do that. It was like their hallmark. Might have been Michael Bay.
No, I don't know.
Anyways, I like that effect. It's cool.
All I saw was a white light.
You didn't see the red angel in the light?
Oh, maybe I blinked or something. I don't know.
Mm. With the stock footage of a
Like,
of
you're talking about right before she woke up and was like, oh.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Captain. Can we do anything for you in the meantime, Captain?
Oh, there she is, creepy May. Straight dudes are so awful on the internet.
Which straight dudes are so awful on the internet?
Yeah, I'm making kind of a general statement, but like I remember both about the actor who plays Tilly and about the actor who plays May. People were saying so many awful like things about how they're not pretty and why don't they have prettier people in Discovery, and I was like really mad about
What
that.
they're really saying is that they asked a girl out one time who looked like either one of them,
And
and
she
they can
said
never get
no.
over the fact that
Exactly.
anytime they see a woman with curly red hair now, it's like, that girl, she said no when I asked her out on a date. So every time I see a girl with curly red hair, I'm going to get really pissed off on the internet and let everybody know exactly what I'm thinking. And then 50 people should tell that person we don't give a fuck.
I think that happened, thank goodness. But
I don't know.
it was rough.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. This is
I just thought humans were a little more evolved than like
it's
that. Yeah.
It's like, why even? I don't know.
It was the first time I unfollowed people on Instagram. I mean, on
see
Twitter.
See that little moment there where Tilly ran past the door?
Yeah.
That was a mistake that they left in.
Oh, that's cool.
She was supposed to go the other direction first or something, but she went the wrong way and just went back the other way.
I like these surgical suits.
This is, I think, I think this episode is peak Tilly. I don't think it gets as good as this afterwards because they're giving her, they're giving her the chance to solve a huge problem,
This felt like one of her
and it
moments,
feels realistic.
but I think there's more Tilly stuff ahead. I like the stuff in the mycelial plane or
Oh yeah, when she
whatever.
gets
Yeah,
taken over by that blob thing, that was kind
that
of cool.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Although the journey inside there is like, eh. Hmm.
You have two 2 minutes 11 seconds.
Run, Mr. Stamets. I like that. He's like, oh, okay.
He has to take that stupid roller coaster fucking thing. It's gonna take way longer than 2 minutes because the Discovery has like miles and miles of cavernous space inside of her.
Mm. It's like somewhere in the middle of Discovery is a bullet train from America to China or something.
I like that Pike knows about religion enough to do this, like to challenge them.
Mm.
Like Burnham couldn't have pulled that off. That's us. We're the we're the corrupt way of the old Earth.
I feel bad. He's like, God damn it.
Oh shit! This
I
is such a great movie. Whoa! I love this moment.
It's nice that it shows like how heroic he is and stuff, but like,
Oof.
why would you have the phaser lying around for one thing?
No, it was Jacob's fault. Remember, he doesn't know what it is. He took all the things. He took
Oh yeah,
all
he
the
took
things.
all the things.
Yeah, yeah. So it was
But-
Jacob's fault
Okay, sure, but why isn't there some kind of safety thing?
because there was. It happened in TOS all the time too. Sometimes like someone who didn't know what a phaser was would pick it up.
City on the Edge of Forever.
Forever,
The
yeah.
the bum picks it up and
Exactly.
accidentally kills himself.
Yeah.
But we pointed out even then, like, shouldn't there be some kind of security feature
Yeah, I agree.
that prevents that from happening?
Phasers should be biolocked to their person, right?
That was a concept that wasn't huge in science fiction up until the first time I remember seeing it is Judge Dredd.
Yes, you're right. This is a really good, exciting discovery scene.
I like
started
this. Yeah,
feeling-
this is great. This is probably one of the best action Discovery moments. Like Discovery is
Yeah.
a character
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
a thing, and it's like I love that, and the way they do that, just from like a physics standpoint of it, like the way it moves and the way it kind of throws the rock with the
Yeah,
tractor beam.
yeah,
it
the-
looks very, very well done, and it actually really looks photorealistic.
I
Just
agree.
in those couple of seconds that we saw.
This is so good, the music too and everything. And now she's gonna. It's interesting with the two interpretations here.
It's really beyond me why this show doesn't have consistency, like in terms
So-
of quality, in my opinion. It's like,
Right.
why can't they do episodes that are more exploratory like this? And they do try, and they use the signals as an excuse. But I think Strange New Worlds, if there's any episode of Discovery that that is gonna be like Strange New Worlds, it would be this one, because it's like, go to a planet, go down there, deal with a problem. Ship stuff is going on upstairs, and the dudes are down on the planet doing their thing. It's so classic TOS.
Jill says, let's see. Oh, Braxton says I was watching Halston before this. Oh yeah, it's such a good. Oh, Halston is such a good show, man. I have one episode to go. Probably watch that after 60 minutes. After
Oh,
this.
it's on Netflix. Yeah, I meant to watch
Yeah.
that because Ewan McGregor.
He's
I
so
remember-
good. He's genius actor. I love Ewan McGregor. Jill says, "Oh shit." I missed whatever the dialogue was, but I thought it was a cool scene. This reminds me of that creepy DS9 episode where the leader kept putting Cisco. Oh yeah, they are like that. That's true.
Yeah, they're not as bad as that. Though.
Dr. Pollard is great. She has like a good medical person vibe. Lucky, lucky.
Muskie Junior High School.
It's cool that they use tapes like in they call them tapes in TOS, like those little squares that you put in, they have data on them.
Hmm.
But they did modernize them to make them clear. This is so sad that she's dead. These people have all of their communications from the time they're like little kids to whenever, like logged on a computer database somewhere, which is insane. Can you imagine? Like you have that much, all your files from your whole life follow you around.
Hmm.
No paper. I wish I were one of those people that saved everything.
He laughs.
I
He
did like
la-
that joke. I was so mad at Burnham for not trusting Pike. It was funny because we all know Pike and she doesn't know him yet. She keeps like not telling him all the info.
Yeah, they have a decent chemistry, these two actors.
Yeah, I agree.
And the fact that both of the actors in real life are like apparently the nicest fucking people that ever lived.
Yeah. I
Like
have
so
not
many
seen
people
Hell
on
on
this show
Wheels.
are like super nice people. Like um Doug Jones,
Yeah.
Anson Mount. I can't believe when I first started tweeting about stuff, and like literally every time I would tag Anson, I stopped doing it after a while, but every time I tagged Anson Mount in anything, he'd fucking like it.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a
dude, what do
sweetheart.
you like? He's like, what do you feel obligated to like everything you're tagged in? Doug Jones was the same way.
You caught them both, I think, at a time where they were not as active in terms of like now he is insane. I'm sure now he can't do that, but you should tag him once in a while and see if remembers you.
I'm gonna
We
try to
should
get.
have tagged
I'm
him
gonna
in
try to get
this.
an interview with Anson Mount.
Oh, that would be amazing.
No, that won't happen.
Oh, I have not seen Hell on Wheels, Jill. Have you seen it, PJ?
Yes, it was one of my favorite shows when it was out. I watched every season.
I think my mom saw it, but I didn't watch it. It's one of the shows she watched with my sister.
It has a great ending too.
It has the guy from what's his name from
Co-
Queer as
co-
Folk.
oh, I don't know, but the guy who played O'Brien, Calmini,
Oh, isn't it also? That's cool.
he's the main one of the main characters,
Colomini.
and Common is also in it.
Hmm.
There's a scene where Anson Mount has to cry, and it's the only I think it's the only time in the show he cries because a tough cowboy, thick old beard and long hair and shit. And it is hard. It hits you the way he does it. The way like he breaks the fuck down
Oh
and
wow.
just starts bawling, and you're like, oh fuck, that's like so real. It feels real anyway.
I just thought of how
And
cool
the
it is
context
that.
of why he's crying is like fuck. It hits you, man. It's a great show. Watch it. I think it's on Netflix. You should give it a chance.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And it's
There's so
not
many
it's
other
it's not
shows.
like this highly intellectual show. It's pretty like bare bones and like it's
This is a really good moment.
oh yeah.
Um, I just realized Burnham is like kind of uh Burnham and Saru are both kind of like Pike's proteges. So when they became captains, they had like a little bit of Pike's training in them.
Yeah, she's a little bit Pike and he's a little bit rock and roll. No, but yes, well, you could kind of say that they learn from both uh, Lorca and Pike.
Yeah, 100%. And don't forget Giorgio. They both were under
Giorgio,
Giorgio,
yes.
Lorca, and Pike. So yeah, they have a good. They have a good foundation of captains that they served under.
There's a nice touch that he comes back down and tells Jacob about it because he
Yeah.
knows, like he has the intelligence to know that this is gonna eat away at this dude. I have to give him something,
Mm-hmm.
like some kind of hope.
And it satisfies him, which is great. I
Yeah.
do wish he could have gone back to the Federation. Yeah, he's like, I just needed to know I wasn't crazy.
So he's turning off the thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good guest performance here. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't say too much bad about this episode at all, did I? Wow. What's
But you
wrong
knew
with me?
that. You really liked it. I think you said you liked this episode. It's one of your favorites of the season, right?
The May stuff doesn't work, but yeah. Yeah, this is one of the best ones.
Yeah, the May stuff. So if you have to like isolate something weak about this episode, it's definitely the May stuff. But I wish we did have a different storyline. Boom. That little thing is so cool. Can you imagine a gadget like that could power your house for like 30 years?
Mm. I can imagine something even smaller than that by the 23rd century that can do that.
That can do that. That's awesome.
They tend to oversize things in Trek, and not understandably so. They don't realize how small things will get. But like for example, in episode 9 of last season, the beacons that she had to plant all over the ship, not only were they really big, but they like talked and had blinky lights and like what is it? Stealth beacon activated. It's like shh.
This music's great.
Yeah, it is the swelling. That
That's
kind of
nice.
swelling music.
Look at
And,
that.
yeah, it's cool. It looks phony, but yes, it's cool.
Well, it's so bright.
You can't to do that practically would be a task,
Yeah.
for especially for it to show up on.
And mist. You'd have to like put like mist and stuff like that down. It's like it looks good.
But I don't like the fact that it lights it up so brightly. I think that's an over exaggeration of like.
Could you imagine?
Look at the power in this node, and it's like we could have understood that if it was just regular lighting. So.
Could you imagine how beautiful the night sky would be if the Earth had rings? Can you just imagine that?
Oh, yeah.
Like it'd be so pretty to look up. Like I'd be so inspired every night. Maybe we would just think it's commonplace.
If it had rings and a gold chain and
The mystery that PJ doesn't care about at all. The Red Angel mystery. This season on Boat Trek Watch Along of Star Trek Discovery Season 2, hear PJ complain about the Red Angel. Oh, look, they used the faces. Oh my god, did I realize that? I wonder if I realized. Okay, now that it's over, we can go back, right? Pause on the little UFP, the United Federation of Planets logo at the end of that transmission.
okay. UFP entrance. Oh, the faces.
The faces, that's like a classic. That's a movie era. I like that. That's cool.
The profiles.
It might be even pre-movie era. It was during the FASA role-playing game. Ah, I love that they use that logo. They modernized it, though.
I have to look
which is
ahead
cool.
in this season to see what episodes I liked.
That was great fun, audience. Jill, thank you. Stress-Free K popped in at the end. Hell on Wheels is brilliant. Howdy, y'all. Braxton and Blue. That was really fun.
Yes, it was. 'Twas fun times.
'Twas fun times.
'Twas fun, me lad. Oh, me boyo. Oh no. Next one is Point of Light.
Well, what happens in that one? I can't remember.
It's the one with Cole Shaw and the whole severed baby head thing.
Oh yeah,
It's the one where Giorgio returns.
I probably didn't
it's-
like that episode. We'll see.
It's the next fake out because they're like, oh, is it Spock? Is it Spock? And it's like, oh no, it's Giorgio.
That's
And
right.
then after that, it's an oboe for.
Sharon, which is a good. I remember that one being good. That's
Isn't that the one
the
where-
sphere data one? That's the one with the sphere data.
Oh, that's the one with they all speak different languages and stuff. The universal translator goes haywire.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
And then Saints of Imperfection is the May one. Isn't that the one where Culper comes back?
I think so. Yeah.
And The Sound of Thunder is the Kelpian episode.
Right.
I can't remember Light and Shadows.
Um, Light and Shadows. No, I can't remember either. Not by the name. Oh, but I can look on.
If
If I look
memory
at it,
serves, is the one where Spock returns.
it
If
looks like
memory serves.
Light and Shadows, the one where she finds Spock on Vulcan.
Oh, I figured it out. My other favorite episode of this season is Project Daedalus. Also
Oh, cool.
directed by Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah. If
Um,
memory serves is good though. That's the Telosian episode, Project
it
Daedalus.
would have been good if they didn't mess up the Telosians. If they didn't just, like, why mess with a good thing? I don't understand.
I don't know. I liked it.
Especially given the fact that you show a previously on where you show the old continuity, but whatever.
There was something cool about that. Like that, I felt like the show was acknowledging like that.
I would have loved it if they showed that previously on and the episode was the way it is. I don't have an objection to. It's just okay. You're not only are you fucking up the Telosians by making them big, like they were very petite kind of aliens, and you don't get that at all in the.
Yeah, they're like different. They're totally redesigned, but they're not as offensive to me as the Klingons were.
I'm so offended by them because they do that other thing too, where they fucking. We must make their voices like this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't sound like the Telosians.
They are supposed to sound like this, Commander. You know, some kind of high pitched.
You humans have violent thoughts.
Yeah, something like that.
You are primitive.
There
and
is a
stupid.
voice effect. There is actually a voice effect I think that is going on in the original in the cage for the Telosians, but it's a high pitched thing. It's like
No, I don't think it's an echo.
There's
You're
something.
I think the actor, whoever's speaking, has. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is that person who played the main alien. Was that a man or a woman?
Unclear.
I think
they're
he was a
androgynous
man.
too. They're supposed to be androgynous too, which is cool.
I mean, like the actor. I think the actor,
Okay.
main actor.
Yeah, it was a man. The male
was a
the
man,
actor was a
and
male,
then
but yeah.
the other two
One
behind
was
him
female.
were women.
Yeah, female. Yeah.
Well, though you couldn't tell. But yeah, it's
Project Daedalus, Ariam's highlight episode, and then her death, and then the Red Angel, Mama Burnham comes back, and then Perpetual Infinity. We gotta send Mama Burnham back, and then through the Valley of Shadows. I forget what happens in the. Oh, that's the one where
That's the one where Pike takes a walk through the Valley of the Shadow of Death, and as he takes a look at his life, he realizes there's nothing left. Because he's been laughing and blasting so long that even his mama thinks that his mind is going.
Wow. And then there's Such Sweet Sorrow, which I can't remember, but it's part one of the battle. And then Such Sweet Sorrow part two is basically the whole episode's a battle, right?
Mm.
It was good.
All right. The Telosians were originally played by tiny women.
Oh, okay. They were all ladies.
Mm.
Dude, this was fun.
I like modern Telosians, less cartoonish. Ugh. God, that's... people don't realize those Telosians from the cage, or, well, the menagerie at first.
The menagerie.
They were like a huge prototype for what little green... Not, I don't know if they were green, but like basically what aliens would look like. The whole like head thing, like the big head thing. Now, I'm not saying they invented that, but just the fact that they had the big heads and they had the veins that pulsed, which was
they had that. I feel like they had
super
that
advanced
in the update.
Oh yeah, they did, but they fucked that up too.
I just wish
they made it all glowy shit, and it's like, dudes,
yeah,
you didn't even look at the fucking cave. You didn't even look at the menagerie. You just glanced at it and said, "I don't like that. That's old school." And it's like that was the fucking charm of it. If you had to have brought that back into that episode, I would have just been like, yes, yes, yes. But the fact that it's like some people do have the attitude of like, oh, that's so old and familiar at this point that it's almost like
I would have
it's almost like a joke. But that makeup was fucking amazing at the time.
Yeah, it was. I didn't mind the update, except I wish they had the butt heads. I don't think they had the butt heads anymore. That was one of my favorite things about the original Telosians is The back of their heads look like butts.
Yeah, they tend to look back at like a lot of what was in TOS and say, "Oh no, that doesn't work for me personally," and everybody else agrees apparently, and
You
says,
act like
"Let's
one per.
reinvent it
You
and
act
make
like
it
one.
worse than it was." And I
That's
can't, I
funny.
can't, I can't, I can't believe like I seem to be the only one who doesn't like
No, I
the
think
new
Sean.
Telosians.
I think
Everybody's like
Sean
so
didn't
on
like.
board with them. I'm like, what are you
They're
smoking,
not.
people?
They're not. I'm not like. I'm not crazy for them, but I'm not like oh they ruined the Telosians. I thought they were okay.
Yeah, they
At this
ruined them.
point, we were
They
already.
ruined them big time, man.
At this point, we were already like fatigued from like protesting because of the Klingons. They're never gonna come back to. They were never gonna change. So, but they
Yeah.
did give us some softness, as you say. Like they did soften with the Klingons, and they did change it. Oh, one thing annoys me about that graphic. I'll tell you later. I guess I'll tell you later. But I just found another nitpick.
Why do you have to tell me later? What's the problem?
Oh, the graphic could have had a clear background, but it's like a big block that covers these
Oh
dots.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, true that.
There you go. I just nitpicked. Yay.
But yeah,
Everyone's got a nitpick. Nitpicks are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
some things are like too big of a problem for me that like even like a year after or 2 years after, I still look back in an episode. I'm like, oh yeah, that thing that I fucking hated. But some episodes are like, especially in the first season, where we get back to them, and you're like, oh, this is kind of better than what I thought because you're not. I guess you're not surprised by some of the changes. Like, I see the
Oh
Andorians.
yeah.
Not the Andorians. The Andorians are fine. It's just the way they sound it. And they did change that later. But the goddamn. What are the pig people again?
The pig people, the Tellarites.
Oh, Jesus. How did I blank on that? Yeah, like the Tellarites now, I see them and I'm like, oh, yeah, the Tellarites not done right. I don't care as much, but goddamn those Telosians.
I preferred the
Damn.
original Telosians, but could live with the new ones grudgingly. The Red Angel storyline is so bad. Just finished. LOL. Yay. It's no biggie. I also like that they have stronger telepathy. Yeah, that could hide their entire planet. That was really cool. By the way, the black hole in that scene looks awesome. It's like the corrected. That's what black holes would look like visually to
Mm.
like us. So I love that they did that instead of like the old school way where it was like literally a black dot in the middle of the screen with warping effects. Um, let's see. The poor Red Angel. So many people were let down by the reveal. Yeah, it's true. I love the Television episode. It went straight downhill after that. I didn't like the Red Angel Control or Section 31. Yeah, I don't like a lot of those elements either.
I don't understand what they were trying to do with Control. Because they're clearly in the show writing lines like, what, struggle is pointless and stuff like that.
Mm.
And it's very Borgish. But
I
then they're
think that
like, no, it's not the Borg. And they even said that, like, they had to come out and say, like, no, that's not what we're doing. It's like, but why are you ripping off your own nemesis? It's like so similar and so close to it that you could play it off as like some sort of Borg origin, and it could possibly work with a few tweaks. But then at the end, it's like, oh wait, we got rid of them; they're gone. And I figured at the end there would be some remnant left behind that would evolve into the Borg. But the history of the Borg is shady at best because I mean they've been around thousands of years and they haven't been. You know what I mean? Depending on what you look at. And they changed them because originally, remember, they didn't assimilate people. Remember that?
right.
And then they changed that and they said, "Oh, now they're assimilating." But they retcon that because you have instances in the past before TNG where people are assimilated. So
Right.
yeah. Am I the
Um,
only one who liked season 1 more than the other two?
there's a lot of people. I feel like there's a few people who like season one more than the other two. But maybe it's a minority group because I think that most people, it's like season one was season two was good, and season three was much better.
season season one is it's
In our
different.
rewatch,
It's different. It's
yeah, it's different.
edgier, and I think the whole show itself is an experimental show. You can argue that every Star Trek is because it's like basically just another spin-off of the original thing. But this one is more experimental than anything else in
Oh
terms
yeah,
of
I would
like
agree with
the
that
character that
statement.
it follows. It's the captain's not a main thing. The captain
I would go
changes all
so
the
far.
time.
People don't like, bestowing honor. People may not like bestowing honors on a TV show that's currently running. But I would go far to say that Star Trek Discovery will be known as a revolutionary Star Trek TV series. Like, I think it's changing Star Trek's, like, what people perceive as Star Trek, or what the limitations of Star Trek used to be. I think Discovery's breaking those limitations, and doing things that are like really experimental, like you said, and wild and out there. I love it.
We're done with the episode. Now we have 5 viewers.
I know, it's funny. How'd you guys hear about it so late? I think you might just be the only guy with his own Star Trek themed YouTube channel who likes season one Discovery more than season two. Just kidding. Good evening, everyone. Um,
Yeah, it's like the whole show has its ups and downs for me. I like to see season four be like the one where I'm like, oh yeah, most of those episodes were great, but every season it's like it's hot and cold, yes and no, in and
you're
out, up
hot,
and
then
down.
you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out. You're up, and you're down. Very nice. You're wrong, then you're right. You're
It's black and it's
That's
white. We
why.
fight, we break up. We kiss, we make up. I only know those lyrics because it's the theme. It's the theme song for MasterChef Australia, and I've been watching that for like 7 years.
That's amazing.
And Katy Perry was on it one time while she was pregnant, and sorry to say, but she is annoying as hell.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Katy
my
Perry.
god, she has such not an abrasive personality. She was pregnant at the time, so I guess she was probably a bit weird. But if I was one
Wow.
of the chefs and she was all like at me, they're all like starstruck. But I'm like, God, just I would be really distracted by her. I don't know. It's weird. You got to see that episode.
All
MasterChef
right.
Australia is awesome.
Master Chef Australia it is.
Welcome to MasterChef Australia.
Australia.
We don't say shrimp on the barbie, we say prawn on the barbie. You call that a knife.
I think people who see Disco as improving each season also really like the crew and the way each one of them is developing. Yeah, I think one of the things I like about season three the most is that the thing that was missing for me in season one was like the knowing who the crew were, and Star Trek Discovery still lacks in that way. I think from other previous Star Trek series, but I think it definitely in season three makes big strides in that direction.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you can make a show about a single character, but still make it an ensemble show, and I think they figured that out themselves as well.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a? When do you think we can do another one?
Uh, do you Are you busy tonight? Does the
Oh
audience
no,
want to keep
not.
going? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't go any more tonight.
Um,
I gotta eat.
might be able to do it tomorrow. We'll talk offline. We'll coordinate offline. We'll talk about it. But I would
I
definitely
know
think
it's hard to keep
we
a set schedule for
schedule.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a higher mission, right? You're trying to get through them kind of so that you're ready for season four before season four airs. Sorry, before Lower Decks comes on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll get there. It's super easy. Audience, just keep looking at Twitter. How'd you find us today? Subscribe and hit the little bell on Boat Rack, and you'll always get a notification that we're streaming about this. But it'll always be evenings for me, right, PJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you for joining us.
LLAP. Live long. I like how Jonathan Frakes does He does the Vulcan salute like this.
I can't do it with my left hand at all.
I can do it with both. Wow. What? Da, 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 da.
All right. See ya.
See ya.